Hello, we are the Drakes and with Faith in Football. So this time we want to do something a little different, just ask and answer through questions. Are you ready, baby?
I'm ready.
All right, so the first question, would you rather win ugly or lose pretty?
Win ugly or lose pretty. Win is a win. I'd rather win. Winning is the key. I'd rather win ugly. There's no way to lose pretty. That ain't pretty, losing. Losing ain't pretty.
All right, so for me, I think I'd rather win ugly. And I think about it from a spiritual standpoint because I know a lot of times when God takes us through different seasons, it does look ugly. And a lot of times we don't know what he is doing, but in the end, he's perfecting and producing something beautiful, something lovely. Again, it looked ugly during the process, but at the end of it, at the result of it, it turned out to be something beautiful. So I'm going to go with win ugly for sure.
Win ugly for sure.
All right, so the second question.
How do you handle pressure before kickoff? Before kickoff, it's never pressure because God is on our side. But when you prepare the right way, when you're very prepared, it's never pressure. It's just a matter of you going out there and executing.
Good point. That's what I was thinking. I think when you're prepared, it's not really pressure, just something that you feel because you already built for the moment.
For sure.
Good job. So I like your answer. I don't think I want to touch that. So the last question is what's harder, being coached or being humble?
That's a good question. What's harder, being coached or
so
being humble?
Which one is harder, being coached or being humble? I kind of have an answer already. Do you want to go?
I feel like you go ahead.
So I was just thinking about how God brought me to this scripture in Hebrews where he says he trains his people or he trains his children through discipline. And I think that's a form of being coached. And I think that is harder because like naturally I make sure I, be reflective to keep myself humble, but to be coached when you didn't even sign up for it or to be coached when you're not ready to be coached or stop doing certain things, I think that's a harder place to be in. So I'm gonna go with it's harder being coached than it is being humble for me.
Okay.
Would you like to add to that?
She hit it on all points. But I feel like I guess like when you're successful, I feel like it just depends on what type of person you are. If you're a humble person, it's not hard to be who you is. But yeah, I guess being coached when you can't receive it, when you're not ready to receive what someone's saying, then it's harder. Yeah. I feel like.
And real quick, I want to go back to question 2 because I think I have an answer.
Oh, you didn't answer?
I didn't. So question 2 is how do you handle pressure before kickoff? And it just reminds me of, again, I'm coming from a spiritual standpoint, but kickoff in a sense is right before you start to do what God has
ordained you to do or created you to do. And sometimes you do feel the pressure of making sure you say the right thing, making sure it's received, making sure that you look the part. And a lot of times when God calls you, he doesn't call you to be perfect. He just calls you to obey. So sometimes the pressure is more so felt when you're thinking about you coming in your own strength than you being reminded that God is sending you to do something. Does that make sense? Yeah, say it again.
So I think the pressure comes when we are thinking that when we're showing up in our own strength. But when you realize that God is calling you to do something, when you realize God is sending you, ain't no pressure because you're not coming in your own strength. God got you. You're coming in the strength of God.
I like that.
Yeah. So that's why I want to go back to question 2.
I like that.
But that is all of our questions for today. Again, we are the Drakes, and this will conclude Faith in Football.
Faith in Football.